It's happening. And I'm going to miss out if I don't jump. Wait a minute, but that's happening too. And that's happening too. And oh, fear of missing out. I can't stand it.
It could be pretty exhausting sometimes, right, Francine?
It can.
Oh, wait a minute. How are you? Wait, now I'm big and you're gone. What is happening
I
right
leave you
now?
alone for 2 weeks and you break Restream. There we go.
Ah! I don't know how to deal with two people anymore. Hey, Francine, how you doing?
I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, I'm happy you're here too. I missed you.
Oh, I missed our time together, and I hope all our audience knows we're back so they know to tune in today. And if not, then we'll make sure that everyone gets to see the replay that we're back. The team is back. And if you saw Heidi last week and the week before, shoot a comment and let me know how she did. Because I think she did okay, but I want to know what you think.
Well, I just want to know, like, did you have a little FOMO the last 2 weeks watching me and you weren't here with me?
Yes,
We're
I
having so
sure
much
did.
fun.
I definitely had FOMO because I was definitely missing out.
Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about about FOMO. Like, it definitely can sabotage you. But the interesting thing about fears, which are really some of the beliefs that you've had in the past that are holding you back, fears, um, they're really something to pay attention to because there's a lesson there. But you know what else they point to is they point to strengths. So we're going to talk a little bit about when you notice FOMO popping up in you, what that could be saying and how that could be holding you back. So, are you ready for this, Francine?
Let's do it. I am ready.
All right. So, when FOMO becomes a saboteur, let's talk about, first of all, just feeling super restless. Like, how many of you out there like to start projects, but they never ever get done?
Oh, I have started projects everywhere, but I want to say that sometimes that's not bad because I'll start something and I'll work on it. Then I'll realize that wasn't the best way to do it or the best idea. So I set that aside and I do something similar with everything I learned in that previous project. If you do that, then it's not a bad thing. That's what you call learning. But I know somebody who would start a hobby, spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars to get all the gear for it, and then never touch it again. And then find a new hobby and have to get all the gear for it. And then once it's like it's not fun anymore, once they have all of the gear and they have all of the knowledge, they don't want it anymore. And then it's on to the next thing. So starting a project and not finishing isn't always a bad thing, depending on the reason. Did you learn
But
something?
if you're constantly chasing the next opportunity, never finding any kind of satisfaction, then you might want to slow down and take a look at where that's coming from and what outcomes you're getting out of it. A lot of times you get a whole bunch of stuff not finished. In your example, Francine, a lot of dollars spent for no reason, it seems.
Right.
All right, so here's one that comes up in my life a lot, and it comes down to comparing yourself to other people a little bit, but you see everyone else out there succeeding. And so you start to think, I need to do more. And not only do I need to do more, this was very, very difficult for me. Realizing that my value and my worth is not tied to how much I do.
Say that again. That's important. Say that again.
My value and my worth are not tied to how much I do or how successful I am. So, FOMO for me, many times, is why am I not there yet? I've been doing all this stuff. I should be there yet. Why am I not there yet? Which really, really leads to burnout really quickly.
That's right. Because everything happens in its time as long as you are moving one step forward at a time. You can't do it all at once. It's one step at a time.
Now, maybe you're one of those people that when a notification goes off on your phone, you are quickly checking it to see, oh, who said what on social media, what happened, how many likes, shares, all of this that I'm up to. The constant checking of your emails, your analytics, your notifications. So, what really ends up happening here? If you're focused on something else, before long, one of those notifications is drawing your attention away from that. And every time you restart on that project you were focusing on, it takes a bit more energy to get back into it. So the FOMO in this situation is the fear of, well, what if I miss that comment? What if I miss that one email? What if the sky is falling? We have to stay on top of all of this. We need to know what's happening at all moments.
Or what if I miss that $1 million opportunity?
And I will say that I have had some jobs where it was pretty much my responsibility to always stay on top of all those notifications, making sure that everything's replied to, phone calls answered within 2 rings. That gets really stressful over time if you maintain this 24/7. It's not just in a 8-hour time period, but then you carry these habits with you at home, and you are, I guess, getting all these FOMO dopamine hits, like you're staying on top of the information. But also, if you stop and pay attention, so much of your time is being lost to this one little small habit. Right?
And it's not a little small habit. It's actually a huge habit, because your brain can only process so much information at a time. And when you're constantly filling it with all of this superfluous stuff, it doesn't have room to concentrate on the important stuff. And the important stuff I'm talking about that most people forget is sleep, because your brain only cleans itself when you're sleeping. So if you are wasting your time on all of this other stuff that Heidi was talking about, and then you say, oh, I didn't get my work done. Now I'm going to have to do an all-nighter to get my work done. So now you have all of this junk in your brain, and it's clogging up the receptors and the neurons and the passageways, so you can't think properly. I wrote a whole children's book about this because it's even happening to kids. We really need to. What when we started this podcast, Heidi, what was our one motto? Slow down to speed up.
And I mean, sleeping is like the ultimate slowdown, right? But I know when I was growing up, my motto was, I will sleep when I die.
Yep.
And I loved pulling all nighters. I would do that as much as possible. I can't do that anymore. I've tried. It's just
Okay.
make it to like 1, and I'm like, okay, sleep.
And if any youngsters, and when I say youngsters, I mean 20s, 30s, if there's any youngsters out there thinking oh, I could do it, I did it when I was your age, and it almost killed me by the time I reached my age. So if you are watching us now, learn from our mistakes. Take care of yourself properly now while you're young. And you might be wondering why we're talking about this when we're talking about the creative journey, and we're talking about writing books or songs or whatever we do in our creative world that we want to turn into monetization, which is basically what this whole program is about. The reason we're talking about this is if you lose your health, nothing else matters. If your brain is so clogged up you can't think properly, you lose your creativity. Because I know I lived without my inner child for so many years because I was chasing the next college degree because I thought that would bring me satisfaction. I was chasing the next multi-level marketing plan because I thought that would bring me satisfaction. I was chasing bottles of wine because that was what I thought would bring me satisfaction. The only way to get that satisfaction that we are talking about here is to find your true calling and leave the rest of that stuff. And the only way to do that is to sleep so you can prioritize.
And I feel like this is a great segue into the next fear of missing out saboteur is the pleaser tendency. This is like the fear of like, well, what if somebody doesn't like me? What if I do or say something and people aren't going to like me? Or you start doing things that you really don't want to do, but you said yes anyway. And before you know it, your entire calendar is filled up with obligations for other people that have absolutely nothing to do with what you really want to be spending your time doing. And so you get caught in this cycle. I feel like this is one I see all the time. People are just busy, 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 busy. And because they didn't have that clarity, checking in with your inner child, knowing what it is that you want to do, how you want to be spending your time, what kind of impact you want to have in your life. When people come in and they're like, oh, well, you do this because you have that fear that you might hurt that relationship somehow if you say no, you go ahead and say yes, when with the clarity you could say, right now at this time, this doesn't fit with my goals and my plans, but I really appreciate that you asked for my help on this project. Maybe there's somebody else I could refer you to help you with this project. It doesn't have to turn out into a situation where someone now hates you because you said no to something.
That's the beauty of community.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes a while again to unlearn some of these things. And so I think that's where we're going to spin this conversation around, because we've been talking about how FOMO can sabotage your results. But there's a second part to this.
The good side of FOMO.
Yes, because here's the good news about your saboteurs. They're just your strengths taken too far when you are in survival mode. Because think about it, it makes complete sense. If you're trying everything in your power to survive, what would you use, Francine? Your weaknesses?
No.
No. So there can be too much of a good thing, and that's what we were just talking about. But what does it look like when you're using it as a strength? So when you notice that you're experiencing this fear of missing out, instead of asking, well, what if I miss out? Ask yourself, what is this fear trying to tell me? And a lot of times, this fear of missing out is pointing to something that you really, really value. And that is actually what you're missing in life. So when you hear a certain commercial for fast food, and that juicy burger looks really good, maybe it's not so much that you fear missing out on that fast food burger, but you're just hungry. That is like really what the core of it is you're hungry. So instead of going, oh yeah, I'm going to go get that cheeseburger, exactly, you stop for a second and you go, I'm hungry. And also one of my other values is that I eat a little healthier than a fast food cheeseburger. So I'm going to go in the kitchen right now and put together something better for that.
Well, and that the food example is great because I started as a diet coach, and I love food examples, but it could go in another direction too. I need another qualification. Things aren't working right now. I can't reach my goal. So I'm going to find another certification program because that must be what's keeping me from succeeding. No. I see people with letters behind their names this long, and they don't consider themselves a success and they don't think they could do anything to make money besides the 9 to 5. The
But for
truth,
those people, education and growth is something that they really value. But at the same time, they found such security in there.
that's the key right there. They found security. I know somebody who just got his second master's degree. Second master's degree. And when instead of being all excited and happy at graduation, he started going down this rabbit hole because he felt safe and secure in the classroom. And now he had to start a new career.
Ah, yes.
So the fear of missing out was, I want this new career. I'm get another master's degree. And then he finally realized that it was actually the going to school part that was making him feel safe and comfortable. So now that he figured that part out, no, the fact that he's not comfortable in this new job, no, he doesn't need another degree. He has to figure out why he's uncomfortable, figure out the root cause of the discomfort. Just like Heidi said with that cheeseburger. The discomfort wasn't that that burger looks good, I'm going to get a burger.
I will die without that cheeseburger.
That discomfort was, I'm hungry. How am I going to solve that discomfort?
Yes. Yes. And what this becomes for you is a compass instead of a source of anxiety. Because I know when I tap into the questions around my fears, what if I'm missing out on this? And, oh, but it's only good for a limited time. I'm going to miss the limited time sale. That causes some stress and anxiety. And there's always a flip side of the coin that you can experience FOMO in. So when you realize that it can be your compass and point you to the things that you really value, being clear about what you really value will help you know what to do with your time and which opportunities are the ones that you should be taking, so that you don't ever have to feel like you got caught in a marketing manipulation or something like that. You know that when you saw that particular ad, you were already looking for that product or service. And you're not missing out on it. You know for sure if that's an opportunity that is something that fits. And that's a whole lot more ebb and flow with this process than all of the what if questions that you're never going to get a good answer for anyway.
No. What if is a rabbit hole that will take you to disaster because you get stuck in analysis paralysis. But if you take that one decisive move forward, so now, since we're all about writing our book, Believe You Can, and we're trying to find authors to join our program, let's take that as an example. I always wanted to write a book, but what if no one reads it?
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to write a book, but what if I can't write? I've always wanted to write a book, but someone told me my idea isn't good. Remember Sue and the portal party?
Mm-hmm.
I quit. I can't do this. Somebody gave me some negative feedback. She just needed somebody eyes on it to tell her that, well, maybe they had a point there. Maybe if you just change this a little bit, it'll open it up. And guess what? Sue's book is on Amazon now.
And that's one reason I really love the portal parties, because, you know, you can come to the portal party and be like, well, what is the point of me starting this anyway when I'm never going to be as popular as Stephen King? Huh? Why am I going to do this? And you're asking yourself a question that is coming from that saboteur voice, from that place of survival. And so sometimes you just need some creative friends to help you get out of your own head and be able to see more of the creativity that's available to you. And so I know we've been talking a lot about portal parties being like a great place to, you know, get some feedback on your writing and stuff like that. But I think the mindset part in the portal parties is something that, I mean, we don't talk about nearly enough. How sometimes just, well, we do talk about Sue a lot, but
because she's such a good example.
Oh, she is the perfect example of that. Like, it was just like lightning came down and struck, and she was like, oh.
Exactly. But the situation that caused her to call me and say I quit was, well, not fear of missing out, but fear of getting it wrong. And all the what ifs. And oh, and then what if I do finish it? Then what? Well, she joined our community and we were able to refer her to the right person to take her to the next step. So in the portal parties, you don't only get feedback on your creative work, but you're joining a community where you can meet other people who might have your next answer to what you're looking for, so you could get that project finished rather than move on to the next thing.
Yes. Which, maybe one of your values that you haven't been getting a whole lot lately is hanging out with other creative people. So, not to throw any FOMO out there, but this is an opportunity. It doesn't cost you anything. All you need to do is go to our website. It can be scrolling at the bottom of the screen,
There
but
it is.
Francine is big in this example. So what
Uh,
you can go to our website and you can email us, pick some dates for your portal party. Francine will confirm which works with us. We'll invite our friends. You can invite your friends, and let's just do some creating together, okay? So, Francine, speaking of fear of missing out,
Fear of missing out.
telling me about some very exciting things that are coming up with the Believe anthology.
Yes. The Believe Anthology, our publisher is Perfect Publishing. And there is this brand new platform. If you are an author, if you are a speaker, if you are a podcaster, this is for you. And I'm going to share my screen and show you this amazing community that you could join. And if you use my name, you'll get something special. Okay, so it's called the Smile Channel. And it doesn't really look like much right here, but your story deserves a platform. And that is one thing that Heidi and I are giving you as a platform to share your story in the Believe anthology. Okay? But on this platform right here, you can have your very own ranking. There are 589 people in this platform right now. We have all done shows for Dr. Smiley on his YouTube channel. I'm number 3. And let's just open my profile up to show you what's available. So this a link to my website. I could share my profile. I got 19,000 views on my episodes. I've done 12 episodes. 2 of my books are up here. My newest book isn't up yet, but it will be. You could link to all of my episodes. Here's the thumbnails for my episodes and my books. Speakers. You could have your speaker one sheet up here where if someone is looking for a speaker, they could see that you have done all of these episodes. They could check all your episodes. They could see what kind of a speaker you are, and they could hire you off your one sheet. Then there's also for the authors, there is the reader's board. And this is the part I really love. What do authors love most? We love reviews. There's 326 books on the reader board. And there's 50 reviewers right now. We would love more reviewers. What this is, it is a community of authors who commit to doing reviews for other people's books. And
That's amazing.
Yes, and in return, you get reviews on your book. I've done 86 reviews so far. And
whoa, Francine.
The real leaders, 134 reviews, 135 reviews. I have some more to catch up. But all of these people have done reviews. And I don't remember what the exact amount is, but I think at 50 reviews, you get to have your book put in to be reviewed. So I don't want to go in. It's 5 o'clock now. It's time to wrap this up. I just wanted to give you a quick example of what is available to authors, speakers, and podcasters. It's a community to Stormy. Hi. This is
You can hear back there.
I can hear
She's just picking up a storm in the background.
but the smilechannel.com is a community for us to have more visibility. And of all these people in this community, I've already started collaborations with at least 10 of them. So if you are afraid of missing out, this is your chance to find out the who's who in the world of authorship, podcasting, and speaking, and get your name on the leaderboard too. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. Oh, and say I sent you so you could get your free episode, because the price is $99 to get your episode of 10 questions for 10 minutes, the 10 and 10. But if you say I sent you, you get your free episode.
Ooh. That
Heidi,
sounds
are you going to
real
sign
good.
up? Are you going to sign up, Heidi?
Yes, for sure. Because I value community. I value growth. I love that we're setting up some really good business habits and structures with this community. And it sounds like it's going to lead to opportunity and lots more chances to be creative. So, yes, Francine, this is a yes, not just because I want you to like me.
But I'll like you even more if you do join the Smile channel. And I just think I feel strongly about this, because if you are a member of the community of authors, speakers, and podcasters, this Smile channel is a fantastic opportunity, and you can check it out for free. If you upgrade, great. If you don't, that's okay too. But at least get a free account and check it out.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people don't take advantage of certain resources and stuff because they're like, oh, this is going to turn into, me buying something down the road. So what? Use your free time and then
There
just
you go.
dip out, like know that that's going to be coming up. But sometimes you need some of that free stuff, content, to know if it's really going to be in line with your values. And if you never check it out because you're afraid that there's going to be a sale at the end of it, you're really missing out on, like what Francine was talking about at the beginning, exploring all of your options to use your creativity the easiest way possible instead of working hard, instead of all of this hustle.
Because when I joined this community, there were things that I was trying to figure out on my own that I couldn't figure out. But I joined this community and everything just started falling into place. Like the reviews on my books. I have probably 30 or 40 reviews between two of my children's books. I haven't even counted the ones on my other one that's not even on the channel yet. But this community has been so supportive in reviewing my books and watching my episodes and consuming my content. And I got to tell something. It's really exciting. Really, really exciting. I almost forgot. I got a bonus from Facebook.
A bonus?
A bonus. $56 bonus from Facebook because I joined this community and more people are consuming my Facebook content. So
just more evidence that if you stick to it long enough, stuff does happen.
It does. That's right.
All right. Well, with that, let's wrap this thing up.
Let's
take
her home.
If you can conceive it, you can believe it, and you can achieve it.
From the head to the heart to the hands.
Yes,
Yes, you
you can.
can. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Book a porta party with